to it. We need to look into that.
Yeah, can somebody check that out, because it
Okay.
was a store up there,
Yeah.
and so I don't think it's zoned for a dump. And it's starting to look really bad, and I don't want that to start to get out of hand because because he thinks we're not paying attention to it. And so you all know our history with him anyway, so he would probably try to make it a dump if he could. So if somebody could check that out and please let me know, so that we can get a hold of that, that would be great. And then my last thing is, I've talked about this several times. When I walk around these streets, I've noticed the curbs are falling apart, they're crumbling. I've noticed the sewers, some of the sewers are caving in, and the drain pipes, they're caving in. If some kid was to get on there and jump, they're going to fall right through. I've gotten pictures of some of them, so if you want me to send them to you, I could do that. But we need to do something about trying to maintenance this township, because I don't honestly see, and I'm not everywhere, so I'm not going to say you're not doing nothing, but I don't see any improvements anywhere. I don't see any improvements. I don't see roads and I know we have an issue with money, but I don't understand why the trustees can't say, well, in 2021, we're going to budget to do one street, or we might budget to do one curb, something other than just don't do nothing, because at some point it's just going to fall apart, and the infrastructure everywhere is bad as it is. So we need somebody to pay attention to those things, or the roads are going to continue to fall apart, and it's just going to continue to get worse. So do you all have a plan on like projects that you're going to do for 2021?
That'd be Steve's answer, correct? He's over the road department. You got anything going on that, Squire?
Steve's not here tonight?
No.
Oh, okay. And so Steve is full-time administrator. He's full-time road department, and he's a trustee in another community or another township. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's what I understand, but he would have to answer that.
Wow. I just honestly can't see how he could do all of those full-time. It's not humanly possible. So that's why we're falling by the wayside, because we don't have somebody that is on it. And we need somebody to be on their job, and they can't be everywhere at the same time. That's just not going to work. So, but that's all I have. Thanks for allowing me to speak.
Okay, user 123456, do you want to address the trustees? Okay, we have a Rob. Would Rob like to address the Board of Trustees? Okay, that concludes citizens' comments. Trustee reports, Mr. McLaughlin.
Thank you. So I'd like to start off with dealing a little bit with the road department. The gentleman that works part-time in the evenings and the weekends and stuff, I had a one-on-one conversation with him several weeks ago. A very good conversation. We got some things ironed out. But I really do see the need to step up and get the man what he needs to do his job. As a superintendent, as a boss myself, out in the real world, part of being a boss is keep your employees staffed with the equipment they need. And we need to give them acetylene, oxygen, so we can do cutting it. We don't have to farm that out. I'd like to open up him an account, just him, in an auto parts store, so when he needs a filter, he needs something, he goes gets it. We teach him how to do the PO process. But anyway, I've been doing some serious thinking about that. I've been driving around the road, around the township, and looking at some of the coal patch that has been done through the winter, and like to come up with a plan to remove some of that, cut it out in a square rectangular little patch, and put some hot patch back in it, and at least get the patches we got with coal patch in them completely repaired for summertime travel. And then let's talk about spraying. I do believe nothing's changed. I believe I'm the only one in the township that has a license to spray, and I'm more than willing to do that. There should be a sprayer in the road garage someplace. I'll get with the guys and find out where that's at, and get the paper. I got the paperwork on my hard drive. Get the paperwork started, and spray the fire stations, and spray what needs to be sprayed in the township, so we can keep this place looking good and cut down on a little labor with weed eating and things. But I want to try to get that started too here, because I've already done some spraying at other facilities, and it's getting close to time to do that. That's all I got.
Mr. Mann.
Mr. Wilcox, you had 5 people that joined the department. One of those were a medic. Do you have any more medics to be interviewed?
Not in the pipeline at this time, but yes, he's a medic. Matter of fact, I just met with him today to get his orientation packet to him, and he is very excited to get started. Interested in 24-hour shifts, 1 or 2 a week to get caught up.
Okay, and I need to have a meeting with you and the fire chief whenever you guys have time here this next coming week. I want to talk about some equipment that we've talked about ordering, and someone asked some questions about some of that, so would like to get with you.
All right,
to get some answers.
I'll pass that on to the chief. We'll get with him, get it scheduled.
And you guys had a couple fires. Want to tell your personnel, want to thank them for taking care of that, and we really do appreciate that.
Appreciate it. We had a major turnout. Had the chief and I respond, plus the duty crew. People coming from home that weren't on duty that came in to help. A total of 16. It was reminiscent of the volunteer days of people coming out in the evenings, and had a great response. And the mutual aid companies really helped, and we were able to take care of it.
Good to hear. I'm real good. Glad to hear that.
All right, but I want to thank you, and if you would tell your personnel, we would appreciate that. And that's all I have right now. Thank you.
Okay, I don't have anything to add this evening. Move to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we're adjourned at 8:49 p.m.